One of the highlights of Matthew chapter 14 is when Jesus walks on water and invites Peter to also walk on water. Here's some background. Jesus has just miraculously fed a great multitude with 5 loaves and 2 fish. And after that, he is seen by his disciples walking on the sea. At first they think it's a ghost, but Jesus reassures them that it's him. This brings us to verses 28 to 30. After Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." So he said, "Come." And when Peter had come down out of the boat, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw that the wind was boisterous, he was afraid. And beginning to sink, he cried out, saying, "Lord, save me." So Peter says in this passage, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." And Jesus responds with one word, "Come." He invites Peter to walk on the water, and Peter takes him up on it. Though for a brief time, Peter is actually walking on the water. This is a reminder that God can use ordinary people, like Peter, to do extraordinary things. He used David, a shepherd boy, to shepherd all of Israel. He used Mary, a young Jewish girl, to birth the Savior of the world. And here he uses Peter to walk on water. Our part is just to respond and to keep our eyes on Jesus. When Peter became more aware of the wind than of Jesus, he became afraid. When we become more aware of the things that hold us back rather than of Jesus, we too become afraid. The author of Hebrews exhorts us to keep our eyes fixed on Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, to look unto Jesus no matter what. In baseball or softball, the batter must keep his or her eyes on the ball. In regard to our faith, we must keep our eyes on Jesus. When we focus on man, we become distracted. When we focus on circumstances, we start to sink. When we focus on failure, guess what? We begin to fail. Fortunately, Peter does the right thing in his failure. He calls out to Jesus, and Jesus saves him. Let's keep our eyes on Jesus. If he says come, let's come. And let's continue to look to him. And if we do find ourselves sinking, let's call out to him. He is able to save us from drowning. Is God calling you to do something extraordinary? If so, be obedient. Thanks for listening.